Sorry about that, guys. This is part 2. Sorry about that. I hit the button by accident. I'm going to show you. I'm going to start again. I'm actually going to show you a picture. In part 1, you've seen this part of this. I hit the button by accident, so I'll download that on there first. Then I'll download this one right here. This is my... we already showed you pictures of that. Let's go over. We just finished a couple of pictures from Trees for Tomorrow. Right here. This is where we were at. This is a picture looking out the kitchen window. As you can see, way in the distance, in the background, is a high school. And then it's dark there because I forgot to turn the flash on. And then right there's the... Then it was, of course, in the winter or summer because it was like that. This is up by Mount Rushmore. I think this is up by I think it's up by Mount Rushmore, up in Dakotas, stuff. And this is another portrait of the dining hall and Trees for Tomorrow. And this is a picture of my class. You can't really see a lot, but because my camera's fuzzy, I don't know why it is. This is like where we have free time and stuff like that. This is at Trees for Tomorrow too. Another portrait of Trees for Tomorrow. This was in the morning because you can see the frost on the ground. This is me. My dad took this portrait. This is me standing there. This is my one. I think this is. Was this me? Yeah, it looks like me. This is mine. This is before my feet got really bad. So I wore tennis shoes in that picture. So that's before my feet got real bad. This is another picture of our dining hall at Trees for Tomorrow. I think. It looks like dining hall. And that's where we eat all of our meals. This is another portrait of in the Trees for Tomorrow in one of the rooms, in one of the observation rooms. Then this is our dorm room. Another one that's also doesn't have the flash on. I don't think this one has this one has a flash on. I think this one has a flash on. This is where we had our class session in here. This is at the main one where we talked about like how stuff works or something like that in the wild and stuff like that. Then this is another portrait of the same room. This is at Mount Rushmore. The van is going to scrap because it started leaking oil, and he let me go. My dad had me take the airbags out so I can blow them up. All right. Then this is back at Land O'Lakes. I'm sitting in my dad's lap. This was when I was younger. Right there. Then this is up at Morgan Drive, right here. This was before he died. I'm driving a 640. My grandpa's 646. He's sitting on the wagon, and he had me take it to the hole or something like that, where he stored all the stuff in there. This was one of my first times driving that tractor. This was years ago. As you can see, it started fading because it was so old. And then this is in the same room. But I used to have a punching ball over here so I could release my anger. And my doors fell off the hinges, so we took them downstairs. They're still downstairs. Then my stuffed dog named Pongo from the 101 Dalmatians, stuff like that. Then this is all my stuff. This is all my stuff in here. And then this is I used to have some totes over there, but I took them out because they were kind of annoying. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. So I used to have to hook up. If I want to ever get another flying door, I can always put some up there too. These are the ones that are cheaply made, and those stars on there were reflective. So when it got darker out, when the lights were on like this, then they would glow for a short period of time. I don't think that's all in here. I have some extra spots if I want to ever put some more in there. This is my second one. I have one more. I don't even know where it is. I'll show you. If I find it, I'll show you it. This is a picture of me at the old house up by the truck stop. This is on Fulton Road. My mom, right there. This was at the bedroom. This was at our old house on 7th Street. There's nothing in there. This is that storm 2001. The trees laying on top of the willow trees laying on top of the car. Then this is another portrait of it. Right there. Right there, you can see it's laying there, part of the root system. And my dad's Impala and his S10 were sitting there. This is a picture of the kitchen at our 7th Street. This is another picture of the storm damage. In the distance, you can sort of see, in the background, you can sort of see the tree laying over the road. This is the tree laying on top of the road. The spruce tree laying on top of the road, laying on the road, across the road. This is at my Grandpa Michael's, which is my mom's dad, at Whiting Paper in Menasha. Then this is another picture of that willow tree laying on top of the car. Dad S10, and I on the background, and Dad's Impala. Then this is at the Johnson's, the Woods restaurant uptown. Then this is another picture of the Woods restaurant uptown. Then this is another picture of the kitchen. This is when one of us were. There's the old high chair, and then this is facing the garage and my next door neighbors. Another picture of that. This is another picture of Johnson's. This is when I was really young, when I was still about in my single digits. Then this, and then right here's this is another one. This is the one from. This is This is like at the old house on. Might have been at my grandma's old house on Fulton. This is at the one on Morgan Drive. This is in the living room. This is another picture of the portraits at 7th Street. The kitchen. No, that's the living room right there. We would stay there if it had been a little bit bigger. Then this is on the Piney Circle off of K there. This is my grandma's place. Then this is at another picture of that. That's where we're opening gifts. It must be either birthday or Christmas. I think it might be birthday. Stuff like that. That's when I was young. Picture of my grandma helping me, watching me open gifts. My sister, right over here, and me. Open. That book is still downstairs somewhere. This is my father helping open gifts, and my grandma, and my sister. This is my sister's. This is another shot of my sister opening gifts. My grandma and my dad opening gifts. That's at the same place. This is my grandma Michael, which is my mom's mom. Reading the book I just got, right there. Then this is my mom's friend, Barbie. Then this is in the kitchen and the dining room. This is my sister. This is my sister me. I'm sitting in my dad's lap. And my grandma. That's in the living room. This is in the dining room, sitting at the table. My sister is holding something over her nose. I don't know why she's doing that. And then there's a little gate on the background right here, so my sister wouldn't go upstairs and hurt herself. And then this is in the living room. I'm opening some more gifts, and this time my mother is sitting there watching me open gifts. This is another picture of my sister opening gifts. This is some clothes that she got, and my dad's holding it up, and my grandma's sitting right next to her. This is a picture of the floor where my dad's holding up something, and I think my sister's sitting on the lap, on my grandma's lap, and then on the other side, I think that might be my grandpa sitting on something. I think it might be that. Then this is me sitting on the ground, and I got a play shop for play tools. Yep, this is the birthday. This is happy birthday, Jonathan and Jenna. This is the cake they made that year. And another view of the cake they made that year. My mom's holding it. My sister used, this is my sister, she's eating cake, I think. And this is when she tried to climb over the gate but hurt herself. This is a picture of the old high chair. My sister's sitting in it. I was too big at the time. I was still young, but I was too big to sit at the time. This is in the dining room. This is in the dining room also, or the kitchen. I think this is in the kitchen. There's a little island there. I think that was at the island. There's a little peninsula countertop that was right there, where I think where that is. This is my grandma. This is my grandma Michael sitting at the table, and all the stuff in there. And then that's in the back. There's a sliding door that leads out to the patio. This is my grandpa sitting outside because it was nice out then. It was in August, so still nice out. Then there's the little homemade bench he was sitting on. He also brought out another chair. This is another picture of my grandpa sitting on there. And this time, I think my grandma's head got in the way. Grandma Michael's head got in the way. This is inside, I think. This is inside on the table. This is the view of the deck. This is another view. This is the view of another bench, homemade bench. Picture of me when I was a kid. A picture of my Uncle Bill, my grandma, and my grandpa. Then somebody's in the den. It looks like somebody's on the outside. I can't tell who it is. This looks like at Johnson's again. A picture of my mom, my sister, and my Uncle Jim. Another picture of Johnson. My mom's sitting right there. My dad, my Uncle Jim, my grandma, my Uncle Bill. This is a picture back at their place. This is the one they're sitting on a table, and this is toward the end of the deck. The picture of somebody's arm. I don't know who that is. This is a picture sitting in the yard. A plastic chair sitting in the yard. Picture of somebody else's arm. I don't know who that is. Picture of my sister sitting at a little thing in her high chair. This is a picture of my dad sitting doing something. Picture of me, my grandma. Looks like my Uncle Jim, my Uncle Jeff, my Aunt Judy, and Barbie's daughter Courtney. And then this is a picture of my father, my Uncle Bill, and I think my Uncle Jim's head. This is a picture, I don't know where this is taken. I don't know where that is taken either. This is a picture back at my grandma's place. This is a picture of my Uncle Jim. This is a picture of my Uncle Jim and the counter or the picnic table and a lot of food on the table. My Uncle Jim smiling, and then sitting at the same place she was sitting right there. My Uncle Jim eating something. Me, Grandma, Grandpa, and I think that might be my Uncle, Aunt Judy, and Barbie's daughter again. Then the last one is not last but not least. This is the last of the party. This is my grandma, my grandpa, my Uncle Jim, my dad, Uncle Bill, and that's all. Then this is a picture. Then this is a picture of one of my friends at school. So that's all my pictures. This one here has a little spot if you want to put another picture in there. This is like made of denim. Same material used on jeans a lot of times. So that's all my pictures. I'm gonna see if I can find my other picture in here. I don't think this is my old TVs, my electric calculator and stuff like that. I don't even know where it is. I don't even know where my other one is. Then this is nothing in there. Oops, gonna pinch his leg. Then this is my old. This is an older one. This has some other junk and stuff in there. Some tools. Some multi-electronic cords. This is another airbag I built. Then this has some of my school stuff in there. I don't want to take them out right now, but that's all my school stuff mainly from my stuff like that. This is from when I went to Kansas. And stuff like that. This is all the pictures. This has a lot in there, so I'm not going to tell you where they are. This is my grandpa's last trip out of state, I think. And then this is if I want to draw faces, Nerf football, a homemade thing I made in freshman year at Mellowwoking, some other junk, some clothes, some picture. This is my stories I write, the severe storm chain, all the pictures. You know what? I'll go through that. I'll do some of my time. I always just put my thing up. I'll just put that up there. Right here, this is a picture. I'll read this to you. The introduction. This book is about a severe storm chain, about a family that was affected by a storm. This is a picture. This is a picture of the mansion. They cost them $1 million to buy the mansion, and it started out like as a sunny day for the Sampson family. 2-year-old Avery, 7-year-old Avon, they live in the mansion with their mom Maria and the dad John. The John is spelled Jon, not John. Then this is a picture of the inside. The oldest one, I think, was Avon. I think. No, Babe, or Bob was the oldest. Bob, the oldest. Bob, the oldest, installed fire alarms. He had a lot of money. And there's the fire alarm, horn strobe. Then this is emergency light. It blows through the wall. Stuff like that. That doesn't really exist. And the inside, and their cockatiel. The dog, the family sitting, stuff like that. Then around 6 p.m., John and Bob got dressed for work. John was a professional electrician, and Bob worked as a police officer. Stuff like that. Yeah. This is they pulled out of the driveway. Then this is my new one. This is a picture of them pulling out the driveway. And then the remainder of the family went outside because it was a summer day. The remainder of the family pulled out of went out back. The family were outside when they noticed a strange cloud formation toward the south. And that cloud was actually a tornado that was producing. That was the EF2 tornado that was happening a mile away. They just seen a cloud from it. They weren't in any danger because it was a block away. If we would have turned toward them, then it would have been the one was going this way. And that's the sun. The sun's starting to set because it's night out. The family knew that cloud was strange because they never seen a cloud with a nice angle. They didn't think at all it was a tornado. They found out later that it was a tornado. Then the family watched the weather, severe storm warning, because a big blue screen went over and it says severe thunderstorm warning. Then this is the strange cloud goes away. It kind of turned into a multi-vortex tornado. Then went up in the clouds. Then the sun's even more setting. Then it's starting to get darker out a little bit. And a new storm quickly moves in. This is the one that produces the damage. New storm quickly moves in. It hits the mansion. And it is at night. So, stuff like that. John and Bob come home from work early due to the severe storm because they don't want anyone driving out there because it was a possibility it would produce a tornado. And then the severe storm, and then I put speech bubble by the correct people, and this is we were listed as WAN. It stands for work as needed. And suddenly there a bright flash of lightning and a loud clap of thunder, and the bang was so loud, it looked like day for a second there, and it ripped the cockatiel. Luckily, the cockatiel got ripped out of the roof because it was so bad. But luckily, somebody caught it. What was that? Says one of them. Then the lightning hit a tree in the front yard. Then the wind comes in and blows two of the trees, and the trees fall in the house and sets off the fire alarm. Stuff like that. So kind of ripped apart the box and it created a short circuit and set off all the fire alarms. So the family sets on the fire alarm and goes downstairs because they didn't know what was happening. If it was a tornado, something like that. The power flickers and goes off and goes on and off because the generator kicked in. Stuff like that. The power went off for other people, but they had a full whole house generator. And they put the emergency lights in because that was before the generator was installed. So 6 months later, it's over and the family goes outside. Or 6 minutes later, it's over and the family goes upstairs and goes to bed. Then the next day they survey the damage. You can see right there's where the cockatiel got. The cockatiel sitting on something because they couldn't put the hook up there because they ripped apart stuff. And the dog and the kids, and they see the window got blown out and the tree. You can see the jagged edges of trees. Avon goes into the living room and sees the ceiling caved in because the tree branches went right through the ceiling. And there's the fire alarm. That's the trigger of the fire alarm. And what they didn't know was that tree that got hit by lightning was actually burning. And this is the tree that was hit by lightning. It says they go outside and see the tree hit by lightning. As you can see it's charred and it's smoldering because it was on fire. They just didn't know it. Then you can see there's trees hanging down everywhere from the tree limb. And then John goes to see if this is my thing. John goes to see if his car works. Just as he turns the ignition, the ignition key, his airbags deploy. And this is what it looks like. And then the tree that was struck by lightning fell into the road, ripping apart road and on the power line, or ripping the power line apart. That's what caused the power to go out. Actually, yeah. 2 blocks away, the mansion, a tornado struck. That was the strange cloud that was they seen from the backyard, and snapping, uprooting and snapping almost every tree. They lost their dish TV because the tree fell on the roof and ripping, and the dish TV's hanging. So they, of course, they lost their TV. Of course, bad if you're addicted to TV. They say, "Whoa, I can't watch TV." Their backyard, they had even more in the backyard. They had even more damage. A big tree was hit over. The back tree is hit over, and a tree uprooted. Other trees snapped off. And they had a car that was crushed by a willow tree. That's based on a tree we had that in 2001. I showed you a picture of that in there earlier. This is I think it's part 1 or something. This is a picture of it. As you see, this was a pretty rotten willow tree because a tree that was seen its better days because a tree fell. The tree uprooted. This is a picture of the willow tree's trunk. It's uprooted. Then it goes up here and a branch hits the ground and the force breaks off the top and the core and falls on the car and crushes it. Nothing. No one's in there, so no one died. So they would have been in there. The chances are they wouldn't have made it. And the shed was hit by a tree. This one, the shed survived the tree damage, but the tree would actually, but it did make a big hole in the roof, and the tree is snapped off. Right there's a snapped off part. And the yard light that was hit by a tree and fell. The wires still had electricity in them. This was because this was dangerous. Because there's electricity still in the wire, and if someone were to touch it, they would have got a shock, really bad shock. The power lines in town were everywhere, and now what they think shut off the made the power go out, because that's where by the substation. And as you see, it hits the ground and sparked, charring up the road a little bit, and there's burnt spots on the road. One of the streets, a street light fell, breaking through the house. This is the house, and you can't see the street lights are right inside the house, and it snapped off right up there. The gas company was hit hard by the storm, but it didn't blow up because the emergency shut-off activated. So it shut off all the LP tank, and this was dangerous. Trees were so close to there, and there's stuff like that. Small fires were started from broken electrical cables. It eventually ignited, blowing a house up. Then I put a boom, but luckily no one was in there. Luckily they smelt the gas and evacuated, so no one died in that either. Luckily. Then the cleanup started immediately. People fired up their chainsaws and cut up stuff. Then in every street, it says at every street curve there were branches waiting to be picked up. Something like that. And then this is another picture. This is electrical people were struggling to put the power back on. They were cleaning off trees off of lines and hooking them up to try to get the power quickly. The people who lived in the woods were without power for 2 or 3 weeks. Hope they had generators. Hope they had generators. 7 months later, there were weathered trees, but still on weathered trees and still on the ground. This is what it looks like. This is in the woods. They haven't cleaned up. As you can see, I colored that because to make it look more weathered. Then this is our tree. This is a picture of a tree. I colored the end because it's to make it look more weathered. Then the Sampson family already picked up the tree limbs. They cut down the tree that was hit by lightning because it was structurally unstable. It could have fell and killed somebody because it was too unstable. And this is what it looks like. There's a stump in the ground. There's a stump in the ground. And this is a tree were eventually picked up. The trees were all eventually picked up. Let's see. Then the yard were covered with tree stumps. As you can see, there's tree stumps on the side. This is in the woods. The only tree that was really not... All the stumps were from broken trees that were snapped off. And then there's another one. That one there was only one of the only trees that was covered, but it wasn't untouched. There's a piece sticking out that was from a branch that broke off. That was not severe enough to have to cut the tree down. It was just a small branch. Then 10 years later, most of the trees are picked up, but I can't read that, but I don't know, but you could still see the broken trees. You can see smaller trees are growing up by them, but you can see trees still broken off and colored with pen to make it look more weathered. Because 10-year trees out weather a lot. Then this is some more trees, but they're all grown. That's 10 years later. Then I made pictures shorts of pictures. This is what it looks like. This was taken the day after the storm, and this was taken before. You can see trees are snapped off. These are trees that are before that storm, the same area. Now those were in the wood, by the way. Those are like a tree line in the woods, but it's hard to tell that was even the woods because the trees were all broken now. The family hit by the severe storm could never forget the storm because it was so intense and stuff like that. So that's my thing. I keep that by my bed. So that's my thing. I hope you enjoyed my little book I read. This, and I have some race cars down there, some VCRs, my Kansas trip photo album, and some other like Lego type thing. As you can see, this has been a really while. As you can see, it's dark outside, so it's about, I'm guessing about 5 to 7 o'clock. I'm guessing. This is my picture. This is the picture of my dresser, and right there's my flat screen TV, and stuff like that. I'm gonna show, and then my sister put some pants on that skeleton to make it look like it was dressed partly. That's funny. Those pants I didn't care because they don't fit me anymore. And then my picture of this is from my birthday, my 18th birthday cake. My sister made a tornado siren because I like tornado sirens. Picture of this is my grandpa, my great grandfather's little weather station. Then then over there is my clock. Thing I wrote, a picture of me, a picture I made when I was in 6th grade. A retired airbag, a real airbag, a Kia Rio a 2003 Kia Rio airbag, a Ford Windstar airbag, a 1995 GMC truck airbag, a 2004 Chevy Blazer airbag, a Volvo truck airbag, 1998 1988 Chevy Venture airbag, 1997 or 6 Geo Tracker airbag, and then a 2004 Chevy Tracker airbag. Then over here, I don't know what that's from. Let's see. This is a Mustang. This is a 1990 Mustang airbag. Then that's a Dodge Dakota airbag. Then that's a Dodge Grand Caravan airbag. Then that's from a then that's a 1990 Grand Marquis airbag. Then this is the Mercedes-Benz airbag. That's the Dodge Ram truck airbag. And then last but not least, this is the Chevy Express airbag. I still have one more, I think, around here somewhere. That is from a S10 airbag. S10 pickup truck airbag. Then over here, I did a picture of a storm. Painted a picture of a storm. Picture of Captain Underpants. Then that's a picture of... That's a comic book. They had me draw a poster of the book she read. What book read? I showed that one. Alright. Then now it's a picture. That's a picture of some other storm damage. Picture of a lot of marbles. And a tornado that Jen painted me. Pictures of some cards. I have more to put up there, but I'm not putting them up there. And some more cards behind there, and other stuff right behind there. And a picture of some other clothes that are, and brushes and other stuff up there. That little white box not in use because I have to get a battery because that's wireless and needs battery. And that's up there. So, and then there's a little snow thing up there. Then more airbags. An outside weather station up there. Picture of my grandpa and me. Then that's not, and I already showed you that picture in there. Then right up there is my thing, and stuff like this. And coming over here toward the thing, I have this is my target I put up there from archery. They let me keep it. Then right here, my dad accidentally knocked down a little bit at an angle. It's not supposed to be like that. but that one, when he hit it by it, got caught on it and ripped it down. Up there I put a new calendar. I changed it. It has December 15th, but then it goes to 2016. Picture of an airbag. That's what my airbag looked. This one right here. Right there. That's a picture of what it looked like before. That's a picture of my airbag looked like before deployment. Picture of my skull from archery. A picture of my skull when I had cavities. And that's a picture of, this is that accident that a picture was of that storm, the car accident, which was by Fulton Road there, right, coming off that, I don't know what that road is, double Q or something like that, I don't know. It's where a milk truck hit a car and ripping apart a stop and go light. This one here is made by the Velt. I made this one last year for English class for school. That's a picture of a storm. Then right above it is a picture of the Radley Road tornado that hit in 2004. Right there, like that. I printed that off. Then a picture of me being a storm chaser. Then a picture of me, of a picture of something I made in, I think, fifth grade or something like that. Another picture of a storm up there. Originally hooked that poster, but the poster got torn apart, so I salvaged that picture because I like that picture. And then right over there is some stuff I think I made this in elementary school also. Then over there I made that. This is another picture. This is my grandpa's last birthday party in 2000. This is in 2010. This is his birthday in November, and this was in November. This is on his birthday at the Fox Valley, or at the Foxfire Hotel. There's a little room in there that's for parties. We were in that. That's the grandpa. I kept this up here because that was a picture of my grandpa. My grandpa. Then up there is my picture of my dad in the living room of our old house. Sad. And then my dad's holding a dog. He just got home from work. Then I'm sitting in my underwear on the couch, and my sister is sitting right next to my dad. Our dog passed away, so I put that up there in memory of him. My sister wrote this up here, of Bugsy. I don't have any Bugsy stuff up there because I moved the stuff, but this was our dog. Rabbit died too. Then mainly now a picture of memory of my grandfather and my dog, because that dog in fact trained me how to walk. So yeah, so this is a picture of my thing. And then one thing I haven't showed you is this light I just put up. That's a power outage light. It's running that 3 AAA batteries, and then to push it, I see if I can hold it. See? Now it's on. So see how? So if I'll simulate a power outage, and now power outage right now. Shut off the lights. I'm not going to go downstairs and shut the breaker off, because I would not only cut off power to my room, it would come power to my sister's room. Okay, let's see. Oh no, the power went out. Well, no fear, because I installed this. See? We're on the ground. That's our supposed to thing, but then when the power... Oh good, the power's back on. See? Goes off. I do a monthly test to see if the battery can be replaced. It's held up there with thumbtacks and hot glue. I hot glued it. So that's because when a power outage happens... Hello? I thought I heard something. Alright, this is our power outage. This is and then that's a regular light. That goes off in the power outage, but this one here I can turn on. See, it's just it's right next to it, see? It's LED. I chose these because they're LED. and stuff. And this was originally in the van, but we took it off because he's taking the fan and scrap. And then right over there, then that's pretty much all my room. And there's my books, my bow and arrow, and the release. And that's all basically right here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I forgot to show you. I knew I was forgetting something. My old accordion, my small accordion, because I wanted to be just like my grandma. And this one here, right here, this one here, I fell on it too. My elbow went right into the screen and smashed it to smithereens. I said stuff I didn't say. Wasn't supposed to say. I'm not telling you, because, see, as you can see, it's still cracking a little bit. Because my elbow went right into the side of the screen by accident, and it broke the screen. So I can't use that anymore, sadly to say. And plus the charger cord, I don't know what happened to. Right here is my vacuum, my shop vac, and glass blower, which I can use to blow. That's how I blow my airbags up there. My accordion, see the accordion. I'm gonna go put this on my hand, I put this on my hand. And as you can see, I don't know any songs on how to play the accordion properly, so see? Then to make sure it goes in or thing, to bypass all the air to come out. And then I do that, and and it has two clips on either side, and stuff like that, and it has a spot for some too. Like that, right there it is. And then right over here is my get well cards. That was when I had my foot done. Right after I got my foot done, in fact. I was like this on my tablet because I didn't have any. That time I didn't have my little laptop. So, and then here's all my yearbooks. I'm gonna show you a picture. This is a picture. I'm showing you a picture. This is in 2006 to 2007. And this is all the staff in the PACA. A lot of them retired now. Early childhood and goes up. Kindergarten goes up in order. Grade 1, multi-age grades 1 and 2, first and second grade. 2 second grade. Try to find me. 3rd grade. 4th grade. And it goes to. This is when the 5th grader is still in the middle school. And then this is I wasn't in 5th grade because I would have been out of school by now probably. I don't even see Mr. Gardner's. There is Mr. Gardner. I was not in there, as you can see. I was still in. I think I was in 3rd. I was in 2nd grade. Let's see if I was in 2nd grade. Was I in 2nd grade or was I in 1st? I think I was in 2nd. Yeah, I was in 2nd. Right down there. In Miss Falder's class. I was in 2nd grade. I don't even know what happened to my 1st grade. My kindergarten 1st grade. Otherwise, I would have that in there too. This is my 2007 to 2008. In the Wapaka Learning Center. This is when I was still in there. I think this is when I go in. Was in Miss. This is my sister. My sister was in. This is my sister right up there. Right in the first one. It goes in alphabetical order. I don't know if they don't really do that then. I think they still do that, but the multi-age grades, and then I'll see if I find me. This is 3rd. Stuff like that. So yeah, that's. I'm in Miss Hobson's and Miss Taylor's in 2007 to 2008. I was held back a couple of years, so it's kind of. This is in 2009. This is in 2009 to 2010. That's when I was in. I think that. I think I'm missing one. Well, then is this the one? This is in the 4th. I'm still missing one from the 5th. I may not. Or maybe I am. I think I'm missing one. Unless I put it down there by accident. I think this is when I was in 5th grade. I think this is when I was in 4th grade. I have no foggiest idea. I will find out, I guess. Let's see if I was in Mr. Michael's class. A lot of you guys were probably in Mr. Michael's class too, the same grade as I was. I'm sure there's a lot of people on Facebook that are. No, I must be in 5th grade. I must be in 5th grade. Mr. Gardner's class. Yeah, I'm in this. There I am. In Mr. Gardner's class. Alright. I'm still missing one. I'm still missing one. I'm still missing one. No, there. Oh no, that's not it. Then I put a piece of paper saying that that's where middle school one starts. I'm missing one from middle school. So there's only 2. There was supposed to be 3 from 2011. This is when I was this is in when I was in 8th grade. Mr. Priscilla and Mr. Rayom. I don't even remember how I did stuff in school. It went in order, in alphabetical order, and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of people, other kids that have the last name A too, so they go from the second letter. A, B, C, and then stuff like that, kind of like that. Then that goes all the way down. This one goes in the. This one goes in the other. This one, then there's other stuff of the classes people were in. Then it goes into the 2nd grade, and then the 7th grade, and eventually 6th grade. Then eventually goes over to the end. This is just before I started. This was about 3 or 4 years ago now. So it's pretty long to me at least. Hey guys, this is right here. Pictures of other people. Then right over here I have a lot of signatures that they always have a autograph day at the last day, and it says there's so many people on there. This is lots of years. This is a lot of them. A lot of autographs. Even they couldn't even fit, so they had to do it on there. They had to do it all on there. So that's starting there. Then going down to this is what in 7th grade. Then this is in 2nd grade. More. This one goes in order. Goes in order. The Kings of the Jungle. This one they did a little bit different. I think this is in. I have to find. I'm always in the top because my first letter of my last name starts with the A. So this must not be. I must be in. This is in 7th grade. There it is. There I am, right there. The top part. I'm always to the top part. I don't, because of my grade. A lot of people weren't there to take a picture, so they said no photo will be available because they weren't there that day when they took the pictures. They always put the pictures in there. Alright. That's in 7th grade. I'm still missing the one from 6th grade and the one from kindergarten. If they had one from kindergarten and 1st grade, I'm missing them. I'm missing those two, then I'll have my complete stash. And from early childhood too. Missing. They might be still packed away because a lot of them, they're done. We go down to the two. Then we go down to my high school. We go down to freshman year. 2014. High school, a lot of people. This one here, like my other one, this has a hard cover. Yeah, all my other ones had soft covers. All the people are graduating and had something good happen. Alright. And then this is my stuff. All the people there. So that's it right there. And all the people and stuff like that, and that's all in there. And then at the end there was stuff like that. So this one here has all. This is from the 7th grade. At the end, we had a thing, so that's all right there. All the pictures, all the people, and the courses they took that year, and then there was stuff. And that's basically my room. I'll go into more basics on the stuff. So yeah, I hope you have a good time. Thanks for watching.